Grant Wacker, Billy Graham's biographer and longtime historian at Duke University, once noted that the greatest transformation that occurred in 20th century American religious history was, quote, the warming of relations shared by Catholics and Protestants, end quote. Over the course of your service as a priest, teacher, scholar, and university administrator, in what ways have you seen those relations change?
So it's absolutely true. It is my experience. I have watched the scandal of Christ divided lessened in my
Mhm.
lifetime. We are still divided at 11 o'clock, as was often said about Christianity on Sundays, everyone in their own churches. And yet, the great thought that either one of us was in league with the devil, or either one of us couldn't possibly access the eternal gates, has softened in our time, and we have discovered the holy in each other, and both formally in our official documents, but more in our human relations. And so, just the sheer breadth of intermarriage between our communities
Yeah.
has vastly changed in my lifetime. I do as many marriages across religious boundaries as I do within religious boundaries. Make what you want of it. It is a sign of our communities, and the distrust having been lessened.
Yeah.
But I also watch us holding together in the ways we didn't for social good out there. So there's an awful lot of projects for the larger world that we engage together
Mhm.
because of our common convictions. Um, uh, you know, Most recently, you see things like our collective voice for religious freedom.
Mhm.
The Beckett Fund has been a powerful force in all of our lives in helping us to make sure this country realizes its promise of welcome to people of all different convictions, and we have held together in a lot of those advocacy moments with courts and with legislatures in recent years, and that's been really important for a lot of us too.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so besides the way we pray together, besides the ways that we live near each other and become part of each other's lives, I've watched people lessen the the ways that they the mistrust among each other, and take for granted the fact that we are all children of the one God.
Yeah. I know I personally couldn't imagine the arc of my career and the ways that I've been called to express my vocation as a scholar and as a teacher without my Catholic brethren, and the contributions that they've made both, in the literature, but also personally to me. And yeah, I count that as a blessing.
Yeah, for me personally, it was the social justice leaders and organizations that came out of the Christian tradition and became something that we all worked on together with Sojourners.
Yeah.
It was Bread for the World. It was the work of Martin Luther King and all those who followed him for racial justice out of the churches. It was the ways that we began to work together for the good of a world in need.